Hi everybody, welcome back to another episode of ABS, African Blog Say. You're watching MinaTV, but first I would like you guys to subscribe to our page. If this is your first time here watching us, welcome. Okay, and also please go on Instagram and follow us, the ABS show, and also follow MinaTV while you are there, okay? Listen guys, why are you wearing the same color as me?
As I'm looking
First
at you,
of all,
I'm like, what's going on?
No, there can be only one of me.
And it's one of me. Look how fabulous I look. I'm shining.
One of me.
Shining.
I guess I love this. You know, I'm all for denim. I love denim on denim. I love this denim actually. Where did you get it?
I got the Platform NYC. It's this boutique uptown. Like they just have like it's a small nice boutique and they have like really trendy stuff.
Awesome. And they also gave me outfits as well. So thank you.
That's where I got this from too.
Yeah,
oh, you too?
Yeah, but that brand, that shirt that you have on is from a brand called Puer, from like a young kid. He's like 22 years old.
Are you serious?
Yeah, they have really cute stuff.
I should buy more of this.
Yeah.
Shout out to all the designers for thinking about us as well. So thank you guys. All right, so let's dig in. Yazzie, I'm hearing there's something going on in within the Niger police.
Chai, this is like typical African stuff. So this lady is driving in her car with her assistant. And like a police, you know in Nigeria you guys have police like on a motorbike. It's like tapping on her window. She's like, what? He's like, you're on your phone. And she's like, I'm not on my phone. I'm just holding the phone. And he's like, yeah, you're holding the phone. It doesn't matter if you're using it. So like pull over. And the lady's like, no, I'm going to work. Like I'm not on the phone. So long story short, the lady just like keeps driving or whatever. And then the motorbike like cuts in front of her. And like first, before he even cut in front of her, he just kept chasing her down. But the lady was not on her phone. She was just holding it. She wasn't on the phone. So he chases her all the way down, crosses her, and she gets into a horrible accident.
Are you serious?
And after she gets into the horrible accident, guess what? The police just drives off. Two of them. They didn't take call 911.
Yeah.
They didn't get help for her. Nothing. They just literally, just like how they were chasing after her, left the lady for dead, for killed.
Wait, but how is she? Like, does she have any injuries?
They were injured. They went to the hospital, but she's gonna be okay. Thank God they didn't die.
Okay.
Yes.
Her
This
car,
is her
Look
car.
at the
It's
damage.
Mercedes.
that's done.
Yes.
And that's a mech. That's Benz.
Yes.
So in a way, are you trying to say that the police caused the accident or something?
I think her
They
keep on.
caused
No,
distraction.
I think her continuing to drive caused the accident. She could have just pulled over.
But that was a distraction.
Then pull over.
When did the accident happen? Okay, I understand the pull over. You're right.
No.
I mean, if it's somewhere like here, you dare not argue with the police
Can you
officer.
imagine?
Pull over. But what I'm saying is, you said he was swapped into front of her.
The accident was caused by the police officer. That's a fact.
Okay.
That's the fact. But
Why do you say that? Because
from the story, he swerved
Yeah.
and cut her off because
I believe that.
he was trying to get her to stop to give him maybe like 200 naira. You know what I mean? Because that's why I wanted to talk about this because there's so many factors about this.
But also, you realize that in Nigeria, they've cut down on phones. Like my dad was
Texting
texting and
It's a
driving.
crime.
So in Lagos, my dad got a ticket. They did not, so he didn't have to pay the cop or anything. My dad got a physical ticket for driving with his cell phone, and that's life. You don't have to bribe the police officers. That's what they're trying to do. She should have pulled over. Respect
She was
cops.
supposed to pull over.
So that's why I'm like, there's so many questions. The first question is that African police needs to stop collecting bribery so that people can respect
But why
them.
do you think that they were trying to collect bribes?
Because he said to her, yes, I know you weren't on your phone, but you were holding it. Like he wasn't trying to ticket her. He wasn't, because if he was trying to ticket her, he would have ticketed her the first time he was talking to her.
How could
she
he
wasn't
ticket her
using the
if
phone?
she didn't pull over?
Well, the first time she stopped. Like after a while, she stopped, and then that was when she had
The
some sort
conversation.
of you know, he's on a bike and she's in a car, so I don't think he got off the bike. He was like talking to her, and he was just trying to get something from her just holding the phone. So that's what I'm saying, that the first thing is that African police needs to stop taking bribes so we can take them serious. That's number one. Number two, I think she should have just completely stopped and just followed the rules.
The rule.
But I think she's just so used to them. Mind you, she's a radio presenter, so she is a known person, a public figure in Nigeria. And I think they're just so used to being harassed by the police that she didn't take
it seriously.
it seriously. So that's the second issue with it.
Now she will, though.
Now her car's been
But
taken
the
seriously.
third issue is, why did the police leave her like that? I mean, no matter what happened, no matter you're law enforcement, you're supposed to, you take an oath to protect and be there for the people. So I'm just wondering why he just left her there.
Because they left her there because they don't want to do all the paperwork. It's too much work. They didn't sign up. When they were actually chasing her down, they didn't sign up for that.
accident.
But I gotta say though, they need to build, like, just Africa in a whole. I mean, I've not been to all African countries, but when I went to Ghana, the relationship between the citizens of Ghana and the police is not cool. It's not great. As soon as we see a policeman stopping us, we know what time it is. And what time it is you go into your wallet, you pull out your money, get ready to bribe.
It's not
I
supposed
remember
to be
when
so.
I was in a taxi. I was driving, the driver was fine, we're having a conversation, the car was clean, everything was good, right? Everything was good. The police stopped us. He was like, where's your driver's license? Check. Everything check. Paperwork check. He would just want to come up with a reason to get money from this taxi driver. You know what he said? You was sleeping. Excuse me. I'm at the back seat and I'm like, wait, hold up. Okay, now hold up. What do you mean by my driver was sleeping? How would you know that he was sleeping? How would you know that he was sleeping? Oh, I think he was sleeping while driving. I think he said that because the driver looked tired or whatever the case may be. But they will always want to come up with a reason, and especially for them to leave her like this. Not cool at all. Nigerian police, you need to do better. I can't.
Sure.
Can't even.
And
African.
she was rushing to make it for her 2 p.m. She had to be
Who
on the radio
cares?
at 2 p.m.
She needed to
ended
stop.
up not being on the radio at all because she ended up in the hospital.
Hospital. That's why Casey sang the song. Pack, baby, you pull over. Baby, you pull over. Reverse.
No, but the thing is, I mean, I support what you're saying. Listen,
She was supposed to
pull over.
Yeah.
Just like you said, they don't have a good relationship, so people don't even trust the police. It's like, wow, no,
Especially
wow,
at
what
night.
do you want?
Especially at night.
At night,
Ha!
but this is during the
Problem.
day, and she's talking to the guy as she's driving. And we know stop and go traffic, so she went, stopped, and like the cop is still talking to her. Just pull over.
I understand.
You know
I
what I'm
understand.
saying?
Pull over,
Just
but
pull over.
maybe she didn't have change that
Well,
day.
now she's definitely gonna have change for this.
Do you know I actually pulled a stunt one day that worked for me? I was in Lagos, Nigeria. I was in a taxi just like you, and the next thing by the side, I just saw a very big van. Whenever they see a young guy like me, Yahoo is smelling on my body. You know?
Oh, Yahoo, they could
Yahoo
tell.
boys.
They could
What do you
tell.
mean they could tell?
Money,
They
money,
could
money.
tell.
But it's true. So they pulled me over, and the cab, I was sitting down, and then they came to my side. I was chilled. And the guy was like, excuse me, introduce yourself. I said, I'm Tim Money. He said, what's that? Tim Money. He said, oh, you have a lot of money. What do you do for a living?
You're flexing yourself.
I was like,
out.
I'm an artist. You don't watch TV?
Ooh.
At that time, I didn't have any music on TV.
You went
And the
there.
guy looked at me and he was like, oh, Baba, you bless us now. I had no music video on TV. It was confidence.
Yes.
I give them sporting shot.
Yeah.
Just give them something. You know the government don't pay them well.
Exactly.
But stop harassing us as well. It's
But
crazy.
this issue I think really seriously needs to be addressed before it takes it was 2 of them in the car. They both could have ended up dead.
Oh, she was with someone in
Yeah,
the
she
car?
was with her PA in the car. They both could have ended up dead. So we're sitting here, we're laughing about this, but
Yeah,
it all
but it's
goes back to
serious.
the structure of the government and how the government needs
No,
to fix
it all goes back to she should have pulled over.
Well, the government needs
Pull over, pay the cop, or get the ticket, and then keep it moving. Then she
You're
wouldn't have had a
absolutely
ticket.
right. But if
True.
the government fixed the police system, paid them better, put the right people into the right places, and they did their job well and didn't just collect bribery, then we would feel comfortable. Because when you pull over for a cop in Nigeria, you have no idea if he's going to ask you for money or even if he's going to touch you. Like
How
you
much
don't know what's
money
going
is
to
she
in
gonna
happen.
pay to
public place
repair
now.
this car? Abby, come
Yeah.
on.
A lot of
How
people
much
do.
money is
I'm
this?
not
A lot of
saying that what she
celebrities
did was right,
think they're
but-
above the law.
She
Yeah.
did.
A lot of people in
Thank you.
power, celebrities, they
Thank
think
you.
they're
They
above the
swear.
law.
That's what she was doing.
They swear in an airport, one popular artist, I won't call his name, was asked to take off his hat because they set you when you're
Yeah, it's
and he
government.
didn't want to take it off. He made a big scene. Take off your hat. Let's check
Maybe
whether
he has
you
an
have
ugly
bomb
head
inside.
now.
The guy was angry. Do you know who I am? Really? Who are you?
Ooh.
And I agree with everything you guys saying. She should have pulled over, but if the cops need to get the citizens to trust them. That's number one. Number two, they still left her there. What if the car, was an accident? The car could have went into flames in 30 seconds. She would have burned to death. 2 people would have died. 2 lives is not worth 200 naira.
And the cops
Yeah,
just
but-
ran
They
away
just
like that.
left.
Yeah,
they
but-
didn't even
But
stay.
listen, the cops are saying stop. You keep driving. You could have also hurt another person again. I agree with all of you. The cops should have never left her like that.
scene.
But like I said before, they didn't want to do all the paperwork and all the craziness that comes with it.
I agree.
And and they didn't want to feel
But
like they
isn't
were
that what
responsible.
they
Are we
signed
making
up for?
excuse for
Isn't that
them?
their job?
Not real.
Their
They didn't
job
sign
is to
up for it.
protect the people.
Most
That's
of
their
them didn't.
job.
In
Most of
Nigeria,
them didn't.
Most
their
of them
job
didn't.
at
That is
all.
Most of them.
crazy.
I mean, there are some good ones out there, but let's be real. Most of them didn't.
Like, would you ever really call the police in Nigeria?
They're
For
not
real?
gonna show
When you
up.
tell the
No,
cop,
That's
when
why
you
she probably did not want to stop.
No, I'm telling you, she didn't want to stop because she's a TV presenter. She didn't want to pay any money. She
Above
thought
the
she was
law.
smart. She's above the law. I'm telling you, please. I don't feel any bad. I don't feel bad for her at all. However,
What
they
if she
should
died?
not have left her on the scene. That was messed up, but unsurprising. I'm
Nah,
literally
not
not
surprised.
surprised.
If you
Are you
call the
surprised?
cop, not even call. If you tell the cop, thief, there, the cop will
Then
tell you,
look.
they get gone. Are they holding gun? If you say yes, you say, man, I have family too. Call me after they have left,
They
I'll
really
come there.
will.
I mean,
I'm not surprised.
there's,
Can't
more,
trust them.
there's more serious strategy going. I said strategy. Tragedy going on in Somalia. Timani, you want to talk more about that?
Yes. Just last weekend, in the capital of Somalia, Mogadishu, there was a premature bomb. Actually, what happened was they said the vehicle carrying the bomb was going to the airport. So definitely it's a terrorist attack. They were going to the airport to ignite that bomb, and it happened on the way. But a lot of lives have been lost so far. So far, over 320 something lives lost, about 200 people injured, and they said it has to do with the Al Qaeda, the ISIS, the Al-Shabaab. Because in Sudan, they have a lot of Islamic issues there. Most of these terrorists, they reside there. It's in the far eastern part of Africa. Its borders is Ethiopia and Kenya, so it's on the far eastern part of Africa. Most of these ISIS people, I think it was one of the countries Trump added on his list of countries. He banned most of the countries that are Islamic, yeah. Somalia was one of them. So this is something that has been going on in that country for a while, and I don't really know what the president is doing about it.
Listen, it's bad enough when things like this happen in, countries like, America or Dubai, whatever the case might be. But then it's so sad when it happens in
Africa. And nobody...
Oh, they're already suffering in that country.
Exactly.
And when things like this happen, it's like, another thing to deal with. It's sad. This picture is
Like they can't catch a
horrifying.
break.
When I first saw it, I was like, what is going on?
And the thing is, they're killing their own people who are the same religion as them. You know what I'm saying? That's what these madmen, they're insane. You're killing your own people in your own country who go to the same church, mosque, or whatever temple as you. That makes no sense.
But that's why,
They're mad.
But that's why I always tell people that as much as they try to make it seem that the war on terror is really a war against Muslims. It's not a war on Muslims.
Yes.
Muslims are not bad people. It's not a bad group. They're just a group of people that are not, I don't know if they're mentally stable. I don't know
They're
what's
insane.
going on with them.
Extremists. We have some extremists
And they
there.
do it, and then they use their religion as a reason to
back
do
it
it,
up.
and
kill
then
their
it
own
messes.
people.
Because again, if the war on terrorism was about Muslims, then they wouldn't be bombing each other in the first place.
Yeah.
But I'm just glad that this car did not get to the airport.
Can
Can you imagine
Why
The
they
number
always
of
want to
lives.
the
go to the
airport? Because one, there are a
Public
lot
places,
of people.
yeah.
Public
It's a
place.
big
Mall,
public place.
airport,
You can get
stadium.
people from all kinds of backgrounds of life, but most importantly, they would have probably had to shut down that airport.
Yeah.
If that bomb would have went off there, that airport would have at least 1 week not infected. So how are they even gonna get the resources and the things that they need? Most small African countries have one international airport. So you bomb that airport, how are they even gonna get the supplies? And that means that they're gonna have to figure out a whole new system to get the stuff. I'm just glad it didn't get to. It's really bad, but if it would have got to the airport, it would have been
Terrible.
0 to 100.
Because I know that Somalia, though, is doing a lot. Like, they've had a lot of issues. They're really fighting. I just don't know. I don't keep up with that country, so I don't know exactly what the president is doing.
Right.
But I know that they are fighting. It's serious. Even Somalians here in the United States have been returning to help, like doctors, nurses, engineers. They're literally moving from here, which is quite, let's be honest, I mean, although there are some areas that are terrible, most places are relatively safe. They're moving from here where it's safe to help their own people. So, people are leaving here. It's just a sad situation. I don't even know what to say.
The ones in Canada as well.
Yeah.
Most of the medical teams
They're
from Canada,
leaving.
they're going back to help people there.
Yeah.
Like the reason why people are not even happy with the president, they've already tagged him and named president of war. Like, because he's not even really helping the situation in any positive way.
Isn't the president of Somalia the first president? If I'm not, Mohammed or something like that.
Yeah,
If I'm not mistaken.
Al-Shabaab,
He's the what
something like that.
He's the first president.
Oh,
He probably
yeah.
doesn't know what to do. You know, he probably
Yeah.
went to the books of history to see what happens when something like this
So
happens.
wait, so all this time they haven't been an independent country?
He's been president since February 2017.
So they didn't have a president last year?
I don't think so.
So what was going on there last year?
Child, you asking me?
How'd you do?
So, you know, whatever the case might be. But we're going to move on. We hope that, you know, everything, you know, pray for Somalia.
Please.
Yeah.
You know,
please.
hashtag that, and let's keep this
How
rolling.
about we need to start a hashtag that says stop praying for Somalia. Bad things need to stop happening there. Like, I feel like continuously, it almost reminds me of Haiti, where like at least once a year, something really, really horrible happens there. So
It's also, maybe you could start it and then we can join
Yeah,
you,
we'll
all
think
right?
about it.
All right, so let's move on. So a Ugandan singer, Bobi Wine, gets banned from performing in public places in Uganda.
Why? Is he? Oh,
So
okay.
let me
do
tell
that
you.
again. I love when you do that. Do that again.
No, you nasty. Listen.
I was the way you do it. I was like,
Yeah, but you
be
want me to do it
nasty.
again.
Yeah.
So Bobi Wine has been banned from performing in Uganda because his previous concert, he was inciting the crowd with some of the things that he was saying. Well, we don't have exactly what he said on record, but you know, in the past, this guy is very homophobic. He's been saying crazy stuff to, you know, get the crowd going and provoking the crowd to cause, you know, craziness
really?
in the town. He's very talented, however. He was also banned in UK because of his homophobic comments.
Really?
Yes,
Wow.
He's
yes.
getting banned left and right.
Left and right.
Even
But
in his own country.
even in his own country.
Don't
but-
read it.
It must be crazy.
Yes. But a week ago, this man sued the government because he's saying that, listen, you've banned all my concerts. I've paid for the lights, the camera, the music, you know, and I'm not getting my money back, so somebody has to pay. Hashtag bitch better have my money. So
Wait, that's what he said?
no,
No,
I said that. I
definitely.
said that. I said that. So what do you guys think about government, you know, being involved and the police being involved in this case?
In entertainment.
Has any of his concerts actually turned violent? Has there been any physical fights or physical altercations? That is.
Not on the record. He kind of reminds me of Shatawale, the way he is, his whole, you know, persona. But no, not really. But you know, the police probably want money from him.
Yeah, I don't think that his. I mean, for the homophobic, if the UK wants to ban his music for homophobic,
The UK denied him visa to come into UK.
okay.
Because of that.
Wow.
Yes.
What
That's
is
a
he even
serious
saying?
matter. What's he saying?
But
don't
that's
answer.
fine because I mean, we live in a time where we all come in different shapes, sizes, colors. We all have different sexual orientations, and it's not okay to talk badly about what somebody else chooses to do with your private life. You don't have to agree with it, but you can't be a public figure and. You know, you have to think about these things before you say it. So if they want to deny him visa for that, that's their country. It's their rules, their laws. Totally
Well, his
fine.
own country has
But
denied
his
him
own
access.
country,
How about that?
Now that's what's wrong. There's nothing wrong with him. First of all, there's freedom of speech. If no one has been killed, there hasn't been any violence, no one has said anything bad about any politicians, there's no reason why they should ban him. Papi Kojo had a song going, "You will dross," which means in Ghana, take off your pants. And a lot of the young boys were like running around, pulling down their pants and stuff. The government didn't ban him. It's freedom of speech.
Like one corner. Why is it that Ghana always have strong music?
Listen, I don't know
Strong
why,
music.
but,
That's
but,
true,
but
it's
you know what I do know though is that y'all Nigerians always take out strong music because I've been seeing a lot of Nigerians doing the one corner too. So.
Yeah, I've seen that. But why do Ghana people have strong music? What's take off
It
your pants?
is.
Now,
So
one corner.
but can you imagine getting banned from playing in your own country?
Yeah.
Like, is it
That
really
means
that
you can't
deep?
make money.
You can't make. Oh yeah, no, they definitely shut out.
Yeah.
He's not making
I
any money.
don't think that's
But wait,
acceptable.
It's not
though.
acceptable.
But wait, he did come out and say about the homophobic thing that yes, he doesn't agree with it, but he didn't condemn them. You know what I mean? But one thing about inciting crowd is that you can do it without knowing you're doing it. You could, you could stand there and talk, and then people are getting crazy at the back, and you were like, wait, what did I just say? You know, people can always disagree about what you're saying on stage. So he probably did it without knowing that he was doing it.
Even if he did, that's okay. Inside the crowd, let's have fun. It's a
Yeah.
concert. Let's party. What's
Yeah.
going on?
Yeah.
His whole
That's what
Like you
country.
said,
Concepts
freedom of
Thank you.
speech,
Freedom of
egalitarianism.
speech,
So I don't really know. Man.
So do you think that the country should pay up?
Yes.
Yeah, they should pay up, and I think that they should reinstate his concerts. I don't think that his concerts should be canceled at all.
No
That's
violence,
what
no debts.
Hip hop music, rap, pop. That's what musicians are artists. They're creative. They're supposed to express, they express themselves through their music. And if that's how he wants to express himself, that's fine. If there's an idiot in the crowd that wants to turn it into a riot and ends up beating up people against somebody, then that's on that idiot.
There's a Jamaican artist in Jamaica. His songs are very provoking as well. He sings about fat people, belly not flop.
Really?
If you,
Wait,
if
say
you-
it again.
Belly not flop. I don't know how to really.
Is
say
it insulting them or?
It's like it's not nice, basically. So if you're on stage and you're singing belly not flop, and there's somebody in the crowd with 3 bellies, it's like you're kind of inciting the crowd in a way, shape, or form. So I mean, listen, yes, freedom of speech. I understand that, but I'm surprised you're not even saying this, and I'm about to say this. But as an artist, you have certain responsibilities when you go on stage. You know,
that's what I said.
you can't burn a
flag of your
LGBT
country.
flag or a USA
On
flag
stage.
when you on
But
you
that's
on stage.
But I did say that, and I said that's why he was
I
denied.
think you can burn. If you wanted to burn a flag, if you want to destroy a
Well, you could
guitar
do it.
or a
Ivy,
drum set,
Ivy, you
burn.
could-
As a
Let's
person
have
of
fun.
no, what Charlie
No,
says,
but I'm saying
as a
you could
person
do
of
it.
influence,
You are influenced.
You're an
You-
artist.
Yeah.
A whole lot of people follow what you say and do what you say, so you are leading them on. The same problem Yemiela they had when she went to that country and she praised the president. The lady said,
Yes.
"Why would you do that?
Why would you do that?
You understand? So because of his personality and the pedestal again, people look up to him.
I
We just
guess.
feel like, let
Do you
those things
think-
be.
do you
Don't talk
think-
about those topics.
Do you think, let's say that he was on stage burning the American flag, and Trump sees that? Do you think it will be like a good?
He will never get a
sign?
visa.
Well, he
Kick
never
the
get
bitch
a visa here, but
and knowing
That's
Trump,
fine.
and knowing Trump might just ban the whole Uganda from
Yes.
coming to America.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
That's
So,
But Bobi
Voila.
Wine, we wish you all the best, and police pay up. Leave that man alone. If he didn't do it intentionally, but all the best to you, Bobi
and
Wine.
other artists need to look at it as Charlie is saying and really watch the content that they say and what they put out there, because we're living in a time where, thanks to social media, cell phones, and cameras, it's like you really have to be careful what you're saying and what you're doing, because
what
it
you're
will be out
promoting.
there
Careful
in
what
a
you promote.
second and shut down your whole career over something. It recently happened to Nene. It recently just
Yes.
happened to Nene Leakes.
You have to be
yeah,
careful.
you
Wait, what
have to-
happened?
You
So basically, he just said that one of the crowds told Nene to go kill herself, and in response, she said, "I hope your Uber driver rapes you." So listen, you have to know what you're saying on stage. Listen, I understand what she did. Like, it was just like
she just thought
she
that.
just
It
spontaneous
just
on
She's lost
stage. It's like
endorsements because
Yes,
of it. People have been
course she will lose
bashing
endorsements.
her because
and
of
that
it.
is going to follow you for the rest of your life.
Same thing happened to that girl on the girl with the nose from Love and Hip Hop,
Hazel E.
She also said bad things
Hazel-
about
Hazel is in big
dark.
trouble.
She said bad things
read
about
that.
dark skinned girls.
Dark-skinned
dark
She
women of
girls
color.
in Monkey.
Hate her, yeah.
And then she
Dark
said stuff
butts.
about gay people and
Yeah.
everything. And now Mona, who's in charge of Love and Hip Hop, is saying that she doesn't want her on the show anymore.
Yeah.
She's not a
because-
brand.
Yeah,
She's not a
because
brand
it's like
anymore.
Okay, I get it.
Bobby,
now. You're right.
You
good
get it
luck
now?
to you,
Get up
okay?
and burn
So
that
don't
flag.
burn the flag.
Bobby, good luck to you. All right, Ivy. So I'm hearing there's a issue with some girlfriend and
So I read this hilarious blog post, and it was this girl. She was negotiating for an iPhone 8, an 8, not even a 10. Let me tell you. Let me show you what she was doing to get this money.
So Davido's
Shmoney.
friend drunk himself to death for an iPhone 8, and now what is this girl doing for an
Oh,
iPhone 8?
she is trying to sell her body. Not trying. She is selling her body to get this iPhone 8. But let me read you this conversation. She said, "Is my phone ready?" The guy says, "Which phone? You owe me an iPhone 8. Stop pretending I owe you?" Question mark. "I asked you what you want in return and you didn't say anything. I'm serious." So he says, "Oh, okay." And then she's like, "What do you want? Just name it." And he said, "I want to see you and your friend, Delphina." He said, "Yeah." So she says, "Yeah, you want her?" And he says, "Nah, I want a threesome with you and her for 2 weeks, 4 times a week. So 8 times within the 2 weeks." So she said, "How can I tell her that? Besides, I'm the one who's going to use the phone. So you can have me as much as you want for 2 weeks for this iPhone 8.
Wow.
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 Why do we do it for iPhone, not even iPhone 10? You know, I'm like, the iPhone 10 is out.
Not even iPhone 10.
The
You
iPhone
should
10
not
is
be
out.
selling yourself for an iPhone, period.
That's true.
Jesus
Wait,
Christ.
Can I be specific? What country is this girl from?
Nigeria.
Hey,
Of course she has to be
This
from
guy's not
Nigeria
informed.
now.
There are some ladies in Abuja giving them for only one night, 1,500,000, and
You
she's
know-
doing 2 weeks.
But look, I'm reading this.
2 weeks is too much now.
He said 8 times.
2 weeks.
See,
Charlie,
read
say
it.
something about the.
listen,
It will lose alignment.
I mean, y'all can say whatever you want, but I like this girl, and I will tell you why. I'll tell you why I like her.
She's cheap.
Let me tell you why I like this girl.
She is a little cheap, though.
You want to hear why I like this girl? Do. I like this girl because she is very thoughtful. And I mean THOTFUL. Thought. Oh, okay. I like her because, she also said, listen, I'll give you me. I'll sacrifice myself to you. Forget my friend.
Yeah, that was
what I mean? So that was thoughtful.
At least she's not selling her friend.
Yes,
that's thoughtful.
She's selling herself.
She's being a thought by herself.
I just want to see who this guy is, if he's worth the punani.
Is that the guy?
But wait,
no, it's not.
Can I say something, Ivy? You missed the last part.
Oh wait, I'm sorry.
Where she says.
Listen
to what she says, because I'm reading it right here. My guy is just in the area. As long as you keep it a secret between us, I will be there anytime you want to fuck me.
Wallahi. I did miss her.
So that means that on top of everything, on top of the fact that she's trying to sell herself for an iPhone and she's degrading herself, she even has a boyfriend. Yeah. So now you're cheating on yourself for an iPhone 8.
How's she gonna tell the boyfriend that she got the iPhone 8? My uncle bought it for me from America.
My uncle brought it for me.
All right, so let's put the iPhone 8 to the side. Let's put the iPhone 8 to the side. And let's just imagine that they were just talking to meet up to have sex. Is it better? Does it make it any better, or because the iPhone 8 is attached to where you guys are saying that she's cheap? I think she probably wants to do as well. She probably wants that.
She's desperate.
Hold on. No, I believe from reading this, I feel like she wanted it. She wanted that zik. And he also wanted that nunu.
He didn't seem to want her that much.
It doesn't matter. He just getting an iPhone.
Like it was a joke for him.
An iPhone 8 to me in this situation is just a bonus. Hey, I get the feeling, and then I'm getting an iPhone 8.
8 times though, she could have gotten iPhone 10 for one
who's
time.
Who's complaining? Is it your vagina?
The vagina is complaining. That's what it's too much to say. In and out.
You're gonna set on fire.
You know what I see in this? I see a guy who is nonchalant, who wanted to steal the opportunity to have a threesome.
Okay, so what is wrong with that?
No. He wanted to have a threesome because he brought the friend, he included the friend. Maybe he's attracted to both of them. But I see a desperate girl on the other side who wants an iPhone 8.
She's desperate.
Trust me,
and
a lot of girls.
What about the feeling?
Forget a threesome. Forget a threesome. I think that the guy is like, this girl is crazy. I'm not buying her iPhone 8. And then he just wanted to see. From this conversation, I think he just wanted to just say something so ridiculous just to see how far she would go for the iPhone 8. Yep. How low
can he go?
Oh my God!
Because definitely it's the guy who.
He doesn't want
He's
this.
the one who leaked this conversation.
Yeah, of course.
If you look at the chat, you can see the blue lines. You know he's the one who leaked the conversation.
Yeah, and I just want to. It's so funny we're talking about this because I have a little sister, and then my little sister has this friend who brings this guy around all the time, and she's like, yeah, this is my cousin, but this cousin does so much for my little sister's friend. So my mom was like, look, that is not her cousin.
Gang.
And my little sister's like, that is her cousin. You know, she's such a good girl. She never has. My mom was like, look. I'm older than you guys. I've been to boarding school in Africa, and when I was in boarding school, all my friends had uncles and cousins that came from America that used to pick them up. She said, I felt so lonely in boarding school in Africa because I didn't have anybody that came to pick me up with a nice car or buy me shoes. She was like, it was only when I got older that I realized that they all have sugar daddies.
Of course now.
Except for me, I was the only one. So my mom was like, look, your friend, that is not her cousin, that is a sugar daddy. So when she takes that phone to her boyfriend, that's exactly what she's going to tell her boyfriend is, my uncle in America bought me that phone, or my cousin just bought me, knowing damn well that she went and she sold herself 8 times for 2 weeks.
That's so judgmental. I don't see anything wrong with it. Listen, if a guy wants to sleep with you,
if a girl.
Hold on. If a girl wants to sleep with you, is that example better? I'm making an example. If a guy wants to sleep with you, the process doesn't matter. They could take you to 5-star restaurants, do this and do that, and still lay the pipe down. And if they want to give you an iPhone 8 and do that, they could do that as well. If a guy wants to do that with you, they could do that as well. So are you judging a girl are you judging a girl and saying that, oh, she's cheap because it's an iPhone 8?
If she was the guy, I would still think she was cheap. The thing is, I'm just saying that she's saying, look, I want an iPhone 8 and I want to have sex with you, and then you're going to give me it as a payment.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
Would
it have been better if it was a car and a mansion?
I mean, for 8 times, at least a car. I mean, like, at least a car.
So I'm at the point where there are a lot of thoughts out here, like Charlie's saying, that are thought in it for free, right?
Yes.
The thought free shows that are thought in for free.
Yes.
So, however, I do think that you should never sell yourself. Anyway, how you sell yourself, I do think that you're cheap. However, if you're gonna sell yourself, you should just sell yourself in a smart ladylike way. Number one, you should not have a boyfriend if you're out here selling yourself. That's the first thing where you're wrong at. That's number one. Number two, you sell yourself 8 times for an iPhone. That is cheap.
Why not? Why shouldn't you have a boyfriend if you're selling yourself? Is the iPhone 8 gonna sleep with you or cuddle with you?
Because that's just wrong. Unless your boyfriend is your pimp. That's the only time that it's okay, because I know there's no boyfriend that's gonna be okay with his girlfriend sleeping around.
I know a lot of boyfriends that are cool with it.
Don't say that too.
I know a lot of boyfriends that are cool with it. What?
Yes.
How do you think that they're getting all the Jordans?
Yes, some of them is their boyfriend that even hustle the jobs for them.
Exactly.
But that's what I'm saying is if your boyfriend is gonna be your pimp,
never see
and he
anything.
knows.
I've never seen this before.
Me neither.
Yes.
Now you
Baby, get up. There's work. $100. Yeah, come. Hurry. He will even drop out. How was it?
People boyfriends be dropping them off at dinners all the time.
Does he do it like me?
Hey. It's for the money now.
But if you're gonna sell yourself 8 times for iPhone 8, come on. You should.
But it makes sense now.
If you're gonna sell yourself, you should be. My brother always says this: if you're gonna be a hoe, you need to be a smart, powerful, independent, strong hoe. You gotta own your hoeism. You know, you gotta call the shots if you're gonna be a hoe. You're gonna be like, okay, baby, you want this pussy? Okay, come get this pussy. And after you fuck this pussy, I want an iPhone 8. It's simple as that. It shouldn't be him calling the shots, him telling you that I want to F your friend, I want to know. You a hoe? Own your hoe. Like Cardi B says, like, I'm a hoe, I love to do this, I like to do this, and she owns it. And do you see where it's taking her? It's taking her straight. She's pussy popping on the charts.
But what I get from this girl's vibe.
You said the P word about 3 or 4 times.
Well, we're talking about pimps and hoes. Of course there's going to be the B word.
Did you guys notice something specific about this girl?
No.
She said 8 times, right? So maybe it's a trend. Maybe it's what she has been doing since iPhone 1, iPhone 2 times, iPhone 3, iPhone 7 times.
So
now it's iPhone 8. So she doesn't want the iPhone 10 because 10 times is going to be too much for now. So now let's just do iPhone 8 times first. Let me get that phone first. Then
she keeps getting cheaper and cheaper.
No, she's upgrading. iPhone 9.
You guys remember?
She's upgrading.
You guys remember when iPhone 7 came out? That's why I love my Asians. They are so smart. The Asian girl, she had 20 boyfriends. She asked each boyfriend to buy her an iPhone 7. Then she went on eBay, sold all 20 iPhone 7s, and bought her family a house. Now that's a smart hoe. You gonna be a hoe? You gonna sell yourself?
So house is that cheap in Haitian?
Of course it's.
You just said 20 iPhone buy house in it. No more. That place is cheap. I should buy a house there.
No, but you gotta remember that.
It's like $1,000 for iPhone.
For iPhone 7, and then remember that when you're selling it in China, you're gonna sell it for like $2,000. So $2,000 times 20, that's what?
That's still cheap. There's no $20,000 house in New York, even in Nigeria.
But she was not buying it in the States. She bought it in
wherever. She was from an Asian country.
Right? Yeah,
no, she was from an Asian. Maybe I forgot which country. But it made the news in America. This story, it was everywhere when iPhone 7 came out.
She's an entrepreneur.
Yes,
20 boyfriends? Was she smashing all of them?
Oh my gosh, we don't know. Maybe they can tell us. Let us know in the comments what you think about these stories. But we gotta go. This is ABS. You're watching MinaTV, y'all.
Thanks for watching. And if you liked this episode, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share. See you next time.